Welcome back to
The Dickinson Adventures. Today we had a serious subject today. We wanted to talk about one of the main reasons why we feel like we need to leave America, one of the main reasons why we feel terrorized being here, or why we feel like it's not a safe place for our children to be raised up and just live their life and just be. And that main reason is the police. And that's all over America. It's not like you could go to one state and you're not going to have this problem. Like it's all over. It's supposedly a normal thing for them to treat us the way they do and to do the things that they do. So we really got to talk about it today, because for us it's not just something that happened on TV or happened with social media. Like, we've had our own experience with the police, and we had one recently.
And before we get there, as a young black man, it's just hard growing up being forced to be scared of somebody who's supposed to be there to serve and protect. Don't do that, do this. Don't do this when they come. Don't do that when they come. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Don't move. Don't do that. And it places a fear into you that subconsciously is always there, that it equates with evil or bad. So for me as a young man, I try not to let that cover me. I have dreads. I know that's a big no. I have a beard, you know what I'm saying? I drive a nice car sometimes and they look at me, I don't want any of that to come back on me, just from the fear that I've always had from growing up, that, this and that can happen just because of your skin color.
So the most recent experience that we had, a run-in with the police, I was back in September. It was the night before our movie premiere for the 48-hour film challenge. So it was actually really the morning of.
Y'all check that video out.
Yes, please check out our 48-hour film challenge. It is down in the other videos. It is a silent film. We did a really good job on it. It's our very first film, and everybody loved it. So that's just a quick little plug on that. But anyways, the morning of, we had the police banging on our door, yelling, telling us to come outside and things like that. When my husband finally opened the door, they told him, hey, we're answering a domestic violence call. There was no domestic violence at our house. I definitely didn't call or anything like that. We were sleeping. We were terrified. We were scared out of our minds. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and we had a big event the next day. We know we didn't do anything wrong.
And we literally were in our nothing. I had on boxers. She was covered up with a cover or whatever she had on underneath there. And she had to come with her hands up, and I had to open up the door with nothing on, with my hands up, so they can see her and see me and make sure everything's okay. It was just a whole crazy situation.
The hardest thing about it was what the officer said when he came to our door like that. He was like, oh, this is above my pay grade. I just reacted like this because I don't know anybody and how people react in this area. And I thought that was a problem. Like, if you have no idea about the community that you're going into, you shouldn't be coming there to police us. Because you don't understand us, and it may be something that we normally do that you may see as threatening. So that was our neighbor's yard. So we made sure, well, it scared us, for one. It really scared us because I felt like I could have lost my husband. I felt like he could have died any wrong move and he could have been shot. We were, like we said, terrified about this experience, and it really caused problems between the two of us because I was over the top. I was feeling like my husband could have died. He's just like, babe, calm down. We don't need to be that worried about it. I'm just like, no, I don't feel comfortable being in this house. I don't feel comfortable being in this neighborhood anymore. And we haven't done anything. So finally, I had a family member who worked for the government for over 20 years. She said, look, just go down to the police station, make a report. Maybe it'll make you feel better. So when we went down there, we had a police officer who we told him what happened, and he was like, hey, he was really concerned. He was like, I don't like that. Y'all need to make sure that y'all make a report, because that's not something that needs to be happening. Now, this is the officer that we spoke to when we went to first go find out what we need to do. So he gave us the papers to do the report. We did the report, and I checked my mail like a week or two ago, and I really want to read y'all this letter because this really shows you like how they feel about us, how they want to police us, and how they feel like we shouldn't really have anything to say. As long as we're alive and we're not hurt or we're not dead, then we shouldn't have anything to say. It says, please be advised that a preliminary review of your complaint alleging misconduct against a member has been conducted by the Internal Affairs of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The issues identified within the complaint have no basis for a formal in-depth investigation, as the allegations is not supported by the officer's body-worn camera footage from the incident. As such, your correspondence will be filed in our office for future reference. Thank you for taking the time and responding to an incident that you felt needed our attention. Now, I have a lot of problems with that, especially the body cam footage. Because a body cam is not going to show you an officer with their hand on their hip where their gun is. It's not possible. How are you going by a body cam and you obviously came to the wrong house? The body cam should have us saying, hey, this is the wrong house. You're at the wrong house. There's nothing that this body cam can deny or anything like that. You came to our house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And this is from Officer Mike Williams. And I really just wonder if I came to Sheriff Mr. whoever, Mike Williams' house at 3 o'clock in the morning, banging on his door, telling him to come outside, how would he react? How would he feel? Would it be no need for investigation if I came to his house? But instead of just apologizing, saying, hey, we were wrong, we came to your house, but this thing happened such and such amount of times, we didn't see anything that was threatening, none of that. No apology.
That's all.
Because that's all we want to let you know. Hey, you guys are messing up. You're messing up and you're not policing the area right. You're sending foreigners, because that's technically what this man was. He was a foreigner to our neighborhood. You're sending foreigners in to deal with us. And we're just supposed to shut up and not say anything about it because we're not hurt and we're not dead.
So guys, the next steps. She was very upset telling me about it. I'm usually not the calm one, but I was stating that we should write another letter explaining the specifics of what we think we're wrong, so they can put their own foot in their mouth with the specific words saying that we didn't feel like this was wrong, we didn't feel like that was wrong, we didn't feel like this is wrong. So that way, if we ever wanted to check out more information, I go to a lawyer, I go to someone about it and see what we can do. We have the shadow of a doubt with no questions asked, them saying this was not a problem to them or for them. If you think of anything that we should do or try or look up, let us know. We're not trying to get $1 million or do anything. We just wanted to educate them and let them know that y'all are doing this to us. Right. It was nothing trying to get anything from anybody. We just wanted them to acknowledge that you did something wrong. That was it. But obviously they don't have the ability to acknowledge what they do wrong. They don't see it as wrong. And this is why I say there is no reason to write another letter. These people know exactly what they're doing. And it's evident from what we just saw at the Capitol. We actually have police officers who are assisting terrorists. And they've been terrorizing us our whole lives, so why are we surprised that they're assisting terrorists? It's just right there out in our eyes and in our face right now. And I wouldn't be surprised with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office if one of their officers or something like that had something to do with what was going on. Because that is how our city is. That is how Jacksonville is. And I'm just being honest. I've never really had a positive interaction with a police officer.
And I still want to believe in my mind, hey, I'm trying to be this good citizen. These people really want to protect and serve us. And every time I call, every time I make a complaint, every time it's something like that, it doesn't end well. I'll even bring up a situation. A few weeks before this, we had 2 shootings in our neighborhood in the same week. I called and I reported it, and guess what? They just rode through the neighborhood. Nobody got out and banged on the doors with their hands on their waist, telling anybody to come outside. Nobody did this stuff that they did when they came to my house for a call that was not even for my residence. And they allowed this shooting to happen in our neighborhood. Nobody came out and did anything. So I guess it's okay to shoot in our neighborhood, but it's not okay for us to call in and say, hey, you guys came to our house, or write a letter and say, hey, you came to our house and we were terrified. This has caused problems in our family. We're not allowed to say that. I have a serious problem with this. I've served in the army. That's not enough. I'm not a criminal. That's not enough. I try to provide opportunities for people in my community to make money and do things that are their dreams. That's not enough. It's not enough. And I'm pissed. I'm tired of always bending over backwards for a country that doesn't give a damn about us. And I don't even cuss like that, y'all. And I'm sorry, but they just really don't. And it's sickening. It's sickening. It sickens me to be here now. Because coming back from Africa, I really just wanted to believe, okay, we're just going to, we're going to build everything up and maybe things will change and it's going to get better. And no. When we came back, it was a slap in the face just over and over and over and over. Like, no, you don't belong here. We don't want you here. I'm going to let you all know, too, with this letter, I'm definitely going to pray over it. And I'm getting rid of it because it pisses me off. I'm probably going to burn it in a pit over there behind us because I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. We do not deserve to be treated like this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I've never done anything to any police officer. I've never done anything to the government or anything wrong, but try to help them, which seems to be very foolish now in hindsight. And then the people that are privileged to do all of these things, and they're privileged to where they can get apology letters and all of this crazy stuff, those are the people that are coming for the police now. Isn't that funny? And I feel like America is getting everything that it really deserves right now, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to go down with the sinking ship because it caused all of these things on itself. So I'm gonna get off of my soapbox because as y'all can see, I'm very disturbed by this. Very. I feel more unsafe now than I did before. When all I wanted to do is just let them know, hey, y'all made a mistake, and you're scaring the people in our neighborhood. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's why I say I'm going to pray about this and I'm going to burn this. Because once it's burnt and once it's prayed over, it's over. It's over. Because I cannot do anything about this. Y'all know good and well we can only do but so much. And it's set up like that. That's why I want to be in a totally different place. I don't want to be in a place like this. A lot of people say, oh, it's getting better. Biden just got in office. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let y'all have that, and I'm going to let you live your dreams in your life. And y'all just let me live mine.
These are the words of Tay.
Do you have anything you want to say?
No, you handled it all. The beats, the run over, the over and over, the systematic, you handled it all.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm tired, y'all. And I know y'all probably about tired, too. Because all of us have probably had some situation similar to this, or some situation where you've been terrified or terrorized by the police or some sort of government official.
So if you want to take the time, let us know these different things.
Yes.
Not to just sit here and soapbox over it, so we can get it off our chest, find different ways to talk about it, because if it doesn't get talked about, it's just swept under the rug and it's more and more anger that you're keeping on yourself.
Right.
It's not worth it.
It's not. Yes, because at the end of the day, we still have to live our lives.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to live my life until I trail my little happy butt up out of here.
Yes.
So, because you all know the main reason why we're leaving, we're also going to be researching and showing our research process over for the next country that we're going to. Because of obvious reasons, we probably won't say exactly where we're going to, but we will give you 3 locations. 3 locations that we're going to be choosing out of. We're going to make sure we do all of our research for it and share it with you so that you can make your decisions as well. Because at the end of the day, it's about our happiness. It's about living out our best life and doing it to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching, and we hope that you stay tuned to the Dickinson Adventures.